بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله حمدا كثيرا طيبا مباركا فيه كما يحب ربنا ويرضى. أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له، أشهد أن محمدا عبده ورسوله صلى الله عليه وعلى آله وصحبه وسلم. إخوتي في الله، اليوم بإذن الله تعالى نبدأ بشرح هذه القصيدة المباركة. Today we're going to start an explanation of this beneficial poem called ليس الغريب. It's about الزهد في الدنيا. It's about not being preoccupied with the dunya and preparing ourselves for the hereafter. The writer of this poem, who Ali ibn Hussein ibn Ali ibn Abi Talib, is the grandson of Ali ibn Abi Talib, لقب بزين العابدين. He is given the nickname Zain al-Aabideen, the beauty of the worshippers. ويقال له علي السجاد. من كثرة عبادته رحمه الله تعالى توفي في السنة 95 في الهجرة. في أول هذه الأبيات قال رحمه الله تعالى: ليس الغريب غريب الشام واليمن، إن الغريب غريب اللحد والكفن. The one who's gharib, the one who's strange in the lone land, is not the one that's strange, whether he's in Sham or he's strange to the land of Yemen, but the one who's really strange, a really stranger, and the one who's strange and new to the lahad, to the grave, and to the kafan, to the shroud that he wears when he dies. إن الغريب له حق لغربته على المقيمين في الأوطان والسكن. The one who's gharib and he traveled to a new land, he has rights for him because he's gharib on the ones that live in that land. لا تنهرن وهذا البيت ما وجدته عندكم. And في نسخ, there are different copies of this poem. ما عندكم هذا عندكم. لا تنهرن غريبا حال غربته الدهر ينهره بالذل والمحن. Don't blame the one who's gharib during this time while he's traveling. The الدهر, time, is enough for him as a blame of humiliation, trials and tribulations. إخوتي في الله، هذه قصيدة في الزهد. والزهد هو ترك ما لا يحتاج من الدنيا. It's to leave off that which you don't need from this life, the life of this world. ليس بمعنى الزاهد هو فقير. لا. Doesn't mean that the one who's zahid, that he's poor and he doesn't work and he doesn't have money. لكن خلاصته أنه لا ينشغل بالدنيا عن الآخرة. حاصل, the summary of it is that he doesn't become preoccupied with the life of this world and the hereafter. وقال نبينا محمد صلى الله عليه وسلم كما في البخاري من حديث عبد الله ابن عمر رضي الله عنه: أخذ رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم بمنكبيه. The Prophet صلى الله عليه وسلم, he grabbed me by my two shoulders and he said: كن في الدنيا كأنك غريب. Be and live in the life of this world as if you're just a stranger, as if you're just passing through. نعم. أو عابد السبيل, as a traveler. نعم. فبهذا قال في أول هذا البيت: ليس الغريب غريب الشام واليمن. يعني هناك يا إخوتي غربة يجدها من سافر من بلده إلى بلد آخر. نعم. There's a strangeness that somebody finds when he leaves from his country and he travels to another country. وغادر وفارق الأهل وفارق أصحابه. When he travels and he leaves his family and he leaves his companions, واختلف عليه ما كان يعتاده من معيشته اليومية. And everything that he used to do every day while he's in his country, it changed. تغير طعامه وتغير شرابه ومنامه، حتى الجو اختلف عليه، حتى اللهجة، حتى إن كان نفس اللغة، اللهجة تغيرت عليه إن لم تكن اللغة كاملة. Everything changed around him. His food changed, the weather changed, the language changed. Even if it's the same language, the lahja, Na'am. The accent changed. Na'am. This is a different stranger. Somebody strange. When he travels to another land, he's strange. He finds things that are different. Na'am. Lakin, that's not the reality of strangers. إن الغريب غريب اللحد والكفن. نعم. أي إن الغربة الحقيقية ليست غربة الأبدان في المدن، وإنما هي غربة الأرواح بالموت. نعم. وأول ما تدخل في القبور إيش من غرابة. نعم. The true strangeness, and you're not familiar with something, it's not the strangest that the bodies find, or the physical strangeness you find when you go to another country and the weather's different and the food is different. But the real strangeness and the real things you're not familiar with is the strangeness of your soul and your mind with death, and the first time somebody enters in their grave. فقال بعد هذا إن الغريب له حق لغربته على المقيمين في الأوطان والسكن. When somebody is traveling, he has rights. When he goes to that new ballot and he goes to that new land, there's people, he has rights over them. They have to feed him, they have to honor him. هذا من حق الإسلام. They have to يضيفوه ويكرموه ويطعموه. He has rights. And when a Muslim goes from one land and he goes to another land, وأدلته معروفة. And the proofs of that is known. ولكن الغريب في الآخرة، نعم، الغريب في الآخرة لا ينفعه إلا أعماله الصالحة. إيش من حق عندك وأنت في قبرك؟ نعم. What right do you have when you're in your grave? When you leave from one land and you go to another land, you would expect the people to be hospitable to you and take care of you and look out for you and not take advantage of you. There's going to be a gharaba, there's a strangers that we're going to meet. It's going to be in our graves. That's our new land. Nobody's going to be there. يؤانسك يضيفك يكرمك. It's not going to be anybody to find you there, to make things hospitable for you there. This is the true gharaba. نعم. أبل ما نعرفها, that we don't know. فقال في هذه الأبيات لا تنهرن غريبا حال غربته. Don't blame the one who's gharib. He traveled to a new country and he's still traveling. Don't be harsh on him that he's late, or that he's slow, or that he doesn't know the Macan, or that he doesn't know this. Don't blame him. He's new. He's new in this land. He's just getting used to these things. نعم. وهكذا بارك الله فيكم الغريب في الآخرة. The one who's gharib in the hereafter, don't blame him. Because really, if he was living amongst ma'asi, wallahi ma'asihi satulumuhu wa tudhilluhu. Nah. Don't blame him. هو يقول لا تنهرن غريبا في حال غربته. الدهر ينهره بالذل والمحن. The time, all that time that he was living in sins and ma'asi, that's enough blame for him. Nah. So when somebody's on their deathbed and he lived in ma'asi, he doesn't need anybody to say, I told you so. You should have done that. His life is enough blame for him. نعم. فكل هذا تذكرة لنا. هذه القصيدة فيه بركة وفيه خير وفيه عبرة. In this قصيدة, and is a reminder for us من قصر العمل. That's what zuhd is. قصر العمل. Don't have long dreams that you're going to get this and you're going to get that. You might die tomorrow. جهز نفسك. نعم. Prepare yourself to meet Allah every single day. And don't be blinded by the life of this world. نسأل الله سبحانه وتعالى يبارك لنا في ديننا ودنيانا إنه ولي ذلك والقادر عليه. وصلى الله على نبينا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه وسلم.